debate and the components of recent healthcare legislation in light of what Peter's promoted and advocated and pushed for back in the 1930s?
My grandfather's life has been an inspiration for all of us who've come after him, I think.
It's this kind of breadth of concern for pathophysiology as a scientific exercise, the health of the individual patient, but if you will, the health of the entire healthcare system that made John Peters unique and established the legacy for the wonderful recipients we've had for the John Peters Award.
In recognition of his substantial contributions to the discipline of nephrology, the ASN presents the 2013 John P. Peters Award to Dr. David Salant. A faculty member at Boston University School of Medicine since 1979, Dr. Salant currently serves as Professor of Medicine, Chief of the Renal Section, and Director of the school's nephrology training program. He is a graduate of Vich University Medical School in South Africa, completed his clinical training at the Johannesburg General Hospital, and earned his research fellowship at Boston University before joining the faculty. Supported by grants from the NIH, Dr. Salant has conducted extensive research on immune disorders of the kidneys and has authored over 150 scientific publications, reviews, and book chapters. His work is focused on mechanisms of immune deposition and the role of complement in glomerular diseases and on the structural biology of the podocyte. He was an early proponent of the notion that podocyte injury forms the basis of most, if not all, proteinuric kidney diseases. In particular, he was among the first to identify the podocyte as the primary target of injury in antibody-mediated glomerular disease. In a landmark 2009 paper, his group described a discovery that many patients with idiopathic membranous nephropathy have circulating autoantibodies to the M-type phospholipase A2 receptor on human podocytes. Dr. Salant's awards and honors include the American Heart Association's established Investigator Award, the John Hamburger Award, the International Society of Nephrology. He has served on several journal editorial boards and NIH advisory panels, and chaired the nephrology subsection of the American Board of Internal Medicine. Dr. Salant has given much time to professional societies, including the ASN, where he served on the Education Committee, among other roles. A frequent lecturer and visiting professor nationally and internationally, Dr. Salant continues to be sought after for his expertise as a researcher, reviewer, and educator around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. David Salant. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, the American Society of Nephrology, for this wonderful honor. It's customary when receiving such an award to acknowledge the many people that have influenced and supported one's career, and I plan to do that. But first, I thought I would take a minute to address the students, residents, and fellows in the audience. You may have heard it said that there is no longer a place for physician scientists. One has to choose, in order to be successful, one or the other, either become a clinician or become a scientist. Well, I'm here to tell you that nothing could be further from the truth. One has only to look at the current awardees. We've already heard from Dr. Mark Rosenberg. We'll hear from Dr. Andrew Levy. We heard yesterday from Dr. Stephen Solmer, the recipient of the Homer Smith Award. We'll hear from Dr. Jeremy Duffy, the Young Investigator Awardee, Dr. David Ellison, the Barry Brenner Lecturer. All of them physicians who've contributed an enormous amount of their careers to the discovery process. Research in nephrology is a endeavor, and the opportunities have never been better. It's true that the funding climate is tough, but we've been there before, and I have faith in the resilience of the United States research enterprise. And we'll come back. The tools that are available now for research and the opportunities to apply them to nephrological investigation have never been better. Pharmaceutical companies and biotech companies are eager to engage the skills of savvy clinicians that are well trained in the scientific disciplines of nephrology to help guide the development of their research products. All of that being said, I do want to turn to the people that have really influenced my career, the inspiring mentors and teachers that I had in South Africa, Dr. Nathan Levine, Dr. Ben Goldberg, Ralph Radkin, who introduced me to the wonderful clinical diagnosis and, at that time, limited, but nonetheless, developing treatment opportunities in nephrology, and inspired me to pursue a research career. Dr. Bill Calzer, the former president of the American Society of Nephrology and International Society of Nephrology, took me on as a Greenhorn Research Fellow at Boston University in the late 1970s, and really taught me what it takes to be a scientist in renal immunopathology, and has remained a close friend, mentor, and an inspiration to me. It goes without saying that none of this would have happened without the support of wonderful colleagues at Boston University, and especially the many, many research fellows and students, too numerous to name, that have been colleagues and from whom I have benefited enormously and have enjoyed working with over the past 35 years. Lastly, none of this could have happened without the support of my dear wife, Anne, who's been a partner in this enterprise for the past 40 years, and reminds me that I still have to walk the dog and pick up his poop. Thank you.